Welcome back to Scoreline, and if you're just joining us, my name is Robinson Okenya. Now, in the second part of the show, we do have the top 5 moments of the week. Remember, these are the moments that have made the headlines during the week. But now, before we get into that, Lynn Wachira is in Nakuru, and she spoke to Gor Mahia head coach Dylan Kerr. And remember, Gor Mahia won the league with 4 matches to go. So she tells us what Dylan Kerr told her about how the season has been for Kogalo.
Well, Kenya Premier League champions Gor Mahia coach with us this afternoon, Dylan Kerr. I'm actually still learning how to pronounce that name right. My name is Lynn Wachira, and of course, I remember that the reigning Kenya Premier League champions now, Gor Mahia, won the league with 4 matches to go. Very nice to have you. First of all, how does it feel to be the champions?
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Something that when I came to Gor Mahia, the chairman straight away said we want to win the league, so the pressure was on straight away. And I'd only put my foot on the tarmac at Kenyatta Airport, so I knew the expectations when I joined. I know how big the club is because I've seen and watched the football of Kenya when I coached in South Africa and in Tanzania, so I knew the enormity of the job. But last weekend in Kericho, when we finally did it, I wouldn't say it was a relief. I would say it was a momentous occasion, not only in my career but all the players, because some of them have won titles before and some of them it's new to them. And I can't wait till the 18th of November to get my hands on that beautiful trophy.
And coming in July, and you're coming in, the chairman says that the aim is to win the league, not to finish top 3, not to finish top 2. So was there some sort of doubt, some sort of pressure for you?
Not really, because I'd had a stint in Tanzania which I knew in my ability, and I knew that the way I played football and the way I want my footballers to play, I knew I could do the job. And when Coach Edie, who was my goalkeeper coach in Simba, he called me up on the Friday and said to me, would you be interested in Gor Mahia? And I said, of course, who wouldn't be? It's a massive club, and Edie's always told me how beautiful Kenya is. And I left it at that, and I didn't hear anything for 4 days. And on the Wednesday, I got a phone call while I was out jogging with my youth team at Chesterfield, and they said, can I fly out on Friday? I've got the job. So it was kind of, everything was done within 3 days. And like I say, I've never looked back and once thought I made the wrong decision, because I proved that I made the right decision.
And when you came in, are there things that you had to change with the team, the players, probably the morale of the team, how things are done? Was it a lot of work to get it to the team that you wanted?
I just wanted to put a smile on their faces when they trained, because as a former player, I've won every championship medal and every cup medal at every club I've been at. And one of the things since I signed professional at 17, we always got encouraged to play with a smile on our faces and enjoy training. Because if we enjoy training, we're working hard and we're doing the right things. And that's straight away what I did before we played Everton. I had to make sure that we worked on the back 5, which is the 4 defenders and the goalkeeper, because that was the priority, to stop Everton scoring, because the likes of Wayne Rooney and the millions of pound players that they have.
That was a momentous match for the players.
It was fantastic, and we took 26 players, and people said, well, why did you change it at half-time? We had 26 players on the bench, and they're going to play against Wayne Rooney and Everton, a Premier League football team that may never happen again in their lifetime. So I made sure that 24 players, and I felt sorry for the 2 players that didn't play. And I think they all enjoyed the experience. I gather from my chairman, they were expecting us to lose 6 or 7-0 from my chairman.
And what did you expect?
No, after my first training session at the side of the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam, we worked with the defence, and the defence stopped Gor Mahia strikers scoring. So I thought, yeah, we've got a chance here. As long as you got your back 5 sorted, the other will look after themselves.
And you've had such a solid defence. Like, Gor Mahia has a solid defence, and that's one thing that has really stood out the whole of the season.
The defence, your goalkeeper and your back 4 are the most important players in the team for me, because if they're doing their job, if I've got the right characters in defence, and we've played some very, very tough teams who play long ball, they've got tall players and they work on corners, free kicks and long throw-ins. And 2 games come to mind, which was Tusker and Poster Rangers, where we were under a lot of pressure. But I said to the guys in the dressing room, it's about characters today, it's about winners. If you want to win this game, you'll win everything. You'll win headers, you'll clear the ball, you'll kick when you want to kick, you'll put your head in where it hurts, and that's what they did. And we got 2 clean sheets and we won the game.
And most of the coaches who've been approached to coach Gor Mahia, they're always skeptical because expectations are high. The fans expect the best, and they have no permanent friends and no permanent enemy. How has the experience been at the club?
I think the Kigalo fans are absolutely amazing. I do believe that if I lose 2 games, then the opinions will change. But that's football, It's,
someone ever tell you they probably might stone you,
Probably, but they don't know that. But I'm a Kenyan inside because I can run. I can run. I'm a good 10,000 metre runner, and I'm very quick.
Okay, but the experience has been amazing, you say?
Fantastic. I mean, we've played most of our games in Kisumu. We've played a couple of games in Nairobi, and without the fans, the football club doesn't exist. They're the blood of the club. They're the heart of the club, and like I say, my job is to give them entertaining football, give them winning football, and sometimes, the expectations, because of it's Gor Mahia, the expectations are so high that sometimes my players freeze on the day, or they get a bit anxious, and that's something that when we train and we practice, I never see that. I see free-flowing, exciting football where my goalkeepers are always work very, very hard. I've got 3 amazing goalkeepers because the way we practice, it's all about creating chances, it's all about scoring goals. But the one thing I can say about my players is they work hard. Their work ethic is unbelievable, and I'm hoping to bring in trackers, which the Premier League and all the top European leagues have got, where players are linked to a monitor which can tell you how far they run, how fast they run, how many recovery runs they made. Everything's on data now, and you can see the ones that are doing it, you can see the ones that are cheating, and that's something I want to introduce, not just to Gor Mahia, but to Kenyan football, because it's important that players now in Europe, they can't get away with anything. They think they're having a good game, but then you look at the stats and they've had 1 shot in 90 minutes as a striker, or they've not won a defensive header, or the keeper's dropped 3 crosses. So although we've got video evidence now, we've also got data that we can show them, hey guys, this tells the truth. What's black and white doesn't speak, doesn't lie. So, but again, it's something that's going to take time. It's little baby steps. I've only been here 4 months, so I'm still treading them baby steps.
And it's hard to believe that you've been here for such a short time. Of course, you worked in Tanzania, worked with one of the 2 biggest clubs in the country, Simba. But you seem to have settled in the country more. Is it Gor Mahia? Is it the country?
I love it. I mean, look, I'm not a politician, but I can't understand this country's vibrant. It's rich. It's got energy. It's got enthusiasm. The people are amazing. I know there's different tribes, but the people I come across daily when I go for walks, everybody, they'll say morning, they'll say jambo, they'll say asta, sabui, they'll say koro, say, everything they greet me and I greet them back. It costs nothing to be polite, and I've never encountered any issues with Kenyan people, with any people in Nairobi or wherever I've been.
You've had an issue with the NTSA.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, and I did a stupid thing, and obviously social media, it's there to help people, but also it can get you into trouble. But you live and learn, and you learn by this. I had an incident in Nairobi town one night. My friend from Scotland came over, my best friend. We were walking back to the Safari Club, and we got approached by these youth, street children, I think they call them, street youths. And one of the older youths kind of was talking to us and trying to be friendly, where the younger lads, they try and distract you, and when you turn your shoulder to the right, the next thing the hand's in the left pocket, and Fortunately, they didn't get anything. Unfortunately for them, as I said, I can run. And I chased them. I kicked my flip-flops off. I kicked my flip-flops off. I got bare feet and I chased them and I got him. And I got them. And I'm hoping it frightened the life out of them not to do it again. But I know it happens. I know it happens in the UK. It happens in Scotland. It happens in England. It happens in everywhere in the world. You know, but like I say, it's never put me off from going into Nairobi at night. Like I say, I'm the only Mzungu in certain places. And I love it, and they love it, me being there. And it's not because I'm a football coach. It's because I'm embracing the culture. I'm eating the choma. I'm eating the wet fry. You know, and I don't even use a knife and fork now. I'm a local person, so you know, do as the Kenyans do. So
That's amazing. So when you're not training, what do you do?
I walk.
Where do you go?
I walk. I listen to music. I think. I plan. I organise. I'm 24/7 with this job, believe it or not. And sometimes when I'm sat in my apartment, I get bored, so I'll put my Walkman on, I'll put my earphones on, I'll go for a walk, and that's when I do all my thinking, that's when I do all my organisation. And so I'm always prepared 2-3 days ahead of the schedule, so none of my technical staff, who by the way have been fantastic, every one of them, and my security and the people that work, you know, tirelessly for the club. I can't wish for better people. So we're all on the same page. We've all got a diary. We all know what's coming ahead 2 weeks before we actually get there. So we're not left short. We're not left where not one of us knows what's happening. But sometimes the KPL change fixtures, the politics change where you can practice, where you can play. Like today, we were supposed to play in Kericho, but it wasn't safe, so we've come to Nakuru. So, but I say it's
part of the job.
It's part of my job.
Challenges that you face. And now back to the Kenya Premier League as we wind up. Does winning the Premier League with 4 matches to go mean that the campaign has been easy?
No. I said to them last week, and if you speak to the players in the dressing room at half time, I wasn't happy. If I could have got the security's machine gun, I'd have shot the lot of them. Because it's a bad representation on me and my staff if we go into these games. We've still got 3 games left, 4 games last week. If we go into these games, we've got to go in and do the same, because the teams below us, they're fighting relegation. We cannot just think, well, we've won the league, let's take it easy, we're now on holiday. We're still in the league. We're still very much. We've got a chance of setting a KPL record of most points in a season. We've got a chance of setting a KPL record of the most points between first and second. And that's what I said to the players: create history. Create history for your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, because you're a long time dead. And, you know, when you're winning things and you're doing well, you're noted in history. You're documented. So everybody will remember you. Unfortunately, I haven't got any children, so you know, I just sent emails and Facebook messages to my mum. So she's the one that I want to make proud.
But you're also using these last matches to sort of make use of the players that didn't often start in the previous matches before lifting the title.
That's what they thought last week. It would be easy to make that decision. And last week, we've got Jacques and we've got Mehdi who are vying for Golden Boot. So to help them, I decided that we remain the same team. But the first half performance, even though we came back to 2-1 up, the first half performance for me wasn't good enough. And today I've changed the team, and I am playing some players who have not played. Mike's not played for me. Trying to think, Maloba's not started for me. Boniface has only started a few. Anthony has only started 5 minutes before he got injured. So now's their chance, now's their opportunity, not because we've won the league and because I'm giving them a chance. It's because they deserve it, because they've worked hard, they train hard, and they show the right characters and attitude in training. But now it's up to them now. Now they've got the opportunity. Once they cross over that white line, it's all down to them, not down to me. And if they want to consider themselves for the next game and for the final game in Kisumu, where we'll get presented the trophy, they've got to go and show them what they've got today. It starts today.
And reports have it that you've been approached by the Football Kenya Federation to take up a job with the national football team, Harambee Stars.
Please, no, I haven't been offered the job. They've asked me if I would like it, and I have said no. It's not my job.
Why would you say no? I mean, it's a national team.
I'm happy with Gor Mahia. Why would I want to leave a chairman that's supportive, players that have got a work ethic of 150%. I've got staff that work very, very hard for me and for the club. And I've got the fans that deserve the respect that I'm a Gor Mahia coach. I'm contracted to Gor Mahia. It's amazing to be linked with a national team job, but they've already got a coach. And it's disrespectful to ever think that I want to put my name to that position because of my chairman.
If they were to advertise for the job, you wouldn't take it? And offer
honestly, no. No, I would like to help. I would like to be involved in, the progress of. Look, you've got now 18 months to qualify for the African Cup of Nations. That's a given. You've got to qualify for this AFCON because you've not been involved in it for a long time now. So that's a given. And then you've got probably the most amazing World Cup in 2022 in Qatar that's going to be like no other World Cup will ever be in my lifetime and in these players' lifetimes. So for me, we all have to sit around this table. Anybody that's involved in Kenyan football have to sit around the table and say, right, what's good, we keep. What's bad, we bin. We get rid of it. And then we've got to plan.
Is it because you feel like it would be too much work to take on Harambee Stars? No, not at all, because your ultimate ambition is always to manage a national team. But as I said, my commitment is to Gor Mahia. So the question was asked me last week, and I categorically said no, I don't want the job. But the media and they word it differently, and the fans on my Twitter, I must have had hundreds of Kagalo fans actually not being very nice, really, because they think that I want the job. I don't want the job. It has happened before, anyway.
It has happened before, and respectfully, and they're different people for me. I've never walked out of a contract. I've never walked away from a club. Simba, I walked away because I was not going to agree to the demands of their committee, of their board members, because they were wrong, and I wasn't going to jeopardise my career and my players' careers because of it. And my remit there was to win the league. Simple as. We played in a Mapinduzi tournament in Zanzibar, where we had 4 games in 6 games. They wanted me to play the first team every game, and I said no. I played the youth players. I played the players that I wanted to have a look at. We got beat in the semi-finals, and they weren't happy with that. So I said, well, that's not what I came here to do, but that's football.
And in few words, Gor Mahia has done well locally, yet to shine when it comes to the Champions League. So
it's all about preparation. It's all about organisation. It's all about getting things in place months before the qualifier is played, and then it's all down to luck on the day. And in Africa, you can go and play in a different part of Africa, and sometimes the referees, sometimes the officials, sometimes games are controlled without your control. So that happens. I've got experience of that in South Africa. So it's all about preparing your players ready to get them fit, because the season's different to a lot of African teams, and the Champions League's very, very different because we're in a break. Then we have to come back and do pre-season. And my players have got to recover. They've had a hard season. It's been a very tough season. Ask my players if they enjoy training. I'm sure they say yes, but they work hard. They work hard. And in the heat, it's even harder. So there's no guarantees in football, but we're going to give it our best shot. And if we do get into the Champions League, then it's by doing the right things and having the right mentality within the right squad. And that's something that so far, I think we're 75% there, and in such a short time, which I think is fantastic. So we've still got, like I said, baby steps to get to that 100%. And once we get there, then I'm hoping Gor Mahia will be a big force in African football, because I watch Champions football in Africa. I watch South African football, Zambian football, Zimbabwean football, Ghana. Any football that's on TV, I will watch it because I want to see what I'm up against. I want to see what talent the opposition may have, because we may come across Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa. We may come across Zesco. We may come across Yanga. We may come across TPC or from Rwanda or Mozambique or wherever they come from. So I have to do my job with due diligence and make sure that I'm never caught off guard, because if you're caught off guard and you're caught cold, then you'll get punished, and that's something that I'm proud to say that I will never let that happen.
Good. So thank you very much for talking to us, and all the very best with the remaining matches and of course with the Champions League.
Karibu sana.
The reigning Kenya Premier League champions Gor Mahia coach Dylan Kerr talking to us, telling us about his experience with Gor Mahia, his plans for the future. Oh, and he just confirmed that he doesn't want the Harambee Stars job.